Hello, Fat Dan and God are in the commentary box.
Yeah.
So today we're talking about a solo ride that I did. So do you recognise this place? Where's that?
That's at the top of Queen's Jubilee Drive.
Well done. You're absolutely right. And so this is now going downhill on the adventure loop. So let me try and get that to stay open. Oh, I can't see you. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so this is actually this is the first ride that I went out on, really, the first proper ride with my new bike. So this is my dual suspension Merida, taking it out for a bit of a test spin. What I didn't realise was though that you can flip the suspension on the rear part so it's stiff on the way up, going up Queen's Jubilee, and I forgot to turn it back on again going down here, so it's not as cushioned as it should be. So it's quite bumpy. But what do you think of this ride?
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. You haven't done this one. This one's a bit too tricky for you. So you got to say how I'm doing. You got to say if I'm really good or really bad. Am I awesome or am I terrible? Is Fat Dad just bouncing around?
Kind of good, kind of bad.
Kind of good, kind of bad. This is really beautiful, this part, actually. It's a bit of a hidden gem riding here. So a lot of people do the adventure loop. It's quite hard going up Queen's Jubilee. And then this is like a really nice, fast downhill part. There's nothing too tricky on this one, really. I cut out a bit of uphill. There's a bit of uphill there, and we go back downhill here. So yeah, it's quite dry on this day as well. Dry hard clay, and there's lots of roots and stuff like that. There's a really, really awful uphill bit. It's so steep. Actually, there's a couple of sections like that. Really, really hard. But there's some really beautiful bits around. So, this is such a quiet part of Belair National Park as well. It's really nice riding around. You do see other cyclists. True that. I'm going to show you something that I made. This will stay open for me. Get the commentary box door to stay open. So this is a little cycling scarf that I made. So this is some stretchy material that I got, and so it's black on one side, blue on the other, and I can roll it so it's half and half. I made one for you, but you're preferring to wear your bumblebee hat at the moment, aren't you? So let me just, I'll put this on, you can wear, let me take my arm out.
Or it's a transformer hat, Dad.
We need to get a bigger comfy box, don't we? Definitely. So, I can wear this as a hat, or I wear it as a cycling mask.
It looks so bad when it's a hat. It looks so bad when it's a hat.
Yeah, it looks awesome as a hat, and then I can wear it just as a scarf like that to keep me warm. You have to go and get that now if you want it. Off you go, your little popper. Yeah, this is really good when it's riding because it's pretty cold out at the moment. It's like we're in winter, so it's good just to keep the cold air off your neck and off your lungs. But it's a bit warm in here, so I'll take it off now. Come on, up you come. Come and join me in the commentary box again. So this part down here, this is a really, really pretty part. Just get to the bottom. What are you doing, you nana?
I'm shaking the whole box.
You are shaking the whole box. You're making it all rock, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is all single track down here, and I was just getting used to the bike this day, so it's a little bit bumpy still. Think you'd like to do this one one day?
No.
No?
I already tried the adventure loop. It was real hard.
Well, you tried over the other side. This is a bit you've never seen before. So we will see that bit a little bit later, and that is really, really bumpy. But yeah, this is just a real nice hidden part. Top of Belair National Park. You can't keep still, can you? Little wriggler, you're going to knock the whole commentary box over you. Careful not to knock it.
Okay.
Are you going to try and kneel? Oh
Yes.
my goodness me.
It's so hard because my feet are hanging off.
Your feet are hanging off, yeah. Oh. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, lots of nice ferns around here. And yeah, like I said, it's not too tricky on this part. It's fairly easy. Around the other side, bit later, that's a bit harder. So here, this is the bottom here actually. So yeah, a whole row of trees planted there. It's actually a World War II memorial. Those big trees. Oh yeah, this is the start of the other bit. You haven't done this bit. You joined it a bit further down, but this is the start of the adventure loop on the far side of the park.
I think I saw this when I was going to the movies at vacation camp.
Oh yeah, because you drove up that way, didn't you? So
To Mount Barker.
to Mount Barker, yeah. So the road just to the left of where I'm cycling now, that would have taken you up to Mount Barker. You're right, it takes you up to the freeway, go to Mount Barker that way. So this is a really fast downhill bit, just very, very bumpy, but quite wide. You get walkers along here, and you get emus as well sometimes. And then speed up to the uphill part. So even though this is mostly a downhill track, there are still some uphill parts, and they are really hard work. Coming this way with my old bike, I think it was the first time that I rode up to Mount Lofty, and I rode the wrong way on the adventure loop. I rode anti-clockwise, which is coming the opposite way to what I'm going now. Because I didn't know any better. Really, really hard. And on the way back, I was doing one of these fast downhill bits, and I got to one of the steep uphill bits, and I hadn't changed gear quick enough. And I was in too high gear, and I was changing down to first gear, and as I did that, and as the chain skipped over into a different gear, it broke. And I was going up one of these steep hills like this one here, might even have been that one, and got to the top, and because my hands weren't even on the brakes because I wasn't prepared to brake anyway, and I just started to roll backwards down the hill, and I had to freewheel it all the way down. But you know what? I got to the goat shed, and they're so friendly at the goat shed that they actually had a special tool to help me fix my bike. So I was able just to...
So it actually broke?
Yeah, my chain broke, and I couldn't pedal. So I had to walk on the uphill bits, and I had to ride downhill on all these bits.
Well, why don't they just give you the chain bowl?
The chain bowl. There's a bowl that's made out of a chain in the goat shed. But no, this tool was brilliant. You take out a couple of links and you just were able to rejoin it. Just meant the chain was a little bit shorter. But I was able to get home with it, which is good. So, and again, this is all kind of single track here. I fell off around this part as well one time as well because it was a bit slippery. I only fell on mud, but I really bruised myself. So I think this is a bit you've done as well. Actually, you've done this bit, and it was too difficult for you, wasn't it? And I shouldn't have taken you this way.
Oh yeah, true. I did do this bit.
Yeah. So there's some bits which are fairly easy, but other bits which are quite hard. So I won't make you do that again.
When I was trying to get on my bike, I actually went the wrong. Well, I was on the wrong side, and when I tried to get on, I instant fell because the way that I was standing was the side where the mountain was going down.
Where the mountain was going down, yeah. Yeah, it's quite steep down the side, isn't it?
True. That's why I fell.
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, I love the bit that you fell off. We'll come up to that in a minute. I'll take that fairly fast this time, but that's really, really bumpy. So this is just a bit of a simple track. We're getting close to the bit where I fell off. So this mud gets quite shiny. I think it's just this bit here. I fell on this bit one time.
That's where I fell once.
No, that's not where you fell. You fell a bit further down. Trust me, I'll show you.
No.
It's coming up.
I remember going like this.
So you fell down here. So the next downhill part, just around just kind of just here, this bit here. That's where you fell off.
Yeah, painful.
Yeah, you're a bit upset then. Weren't you? There were a few tears. You had a good bruise to show for it, and you were fine after that.
Remember the time when you were trying to give me a high five and I scraped my leg on your wheel?
That's right.
Oh, that was painful.
We were riding next to each other and we went to go I hold my hand up for a high five. And he rides up next to me and misses and rides into me. And my tyre rubbed onto your leg, and you had a massive tyre bruise on your leg, didn't you?
I
For weeks.
hated it.
Yeah. And here we are. We're just come down to the bottom now. Came around here one day, and there was a tree that had fallen across. Me and another guy, another cyclist, moved it out of the way. And just over to the left is the old golf course. That's where the birdie loop is. I can't remember how long this video goes for. I don't know how much more is left now. Surely there's not much more left.
I think it's 20 minutes. Actually, no.
It can't be 20 minutes long. No. Didn't make it for that long. So yeah, there's a few sort of water channels through this bit. Oh no, we're coming to the end now. This is the end. So this is that was the adventure loop. Fat Dad's solo ride on the adventure loop. What do you give that out of 10? How well did I do?
5 out of 10.
5 out of. All right, this has been Fat Dad and God. Thank you for watching. See ya.
See ya.